Let's jump right into this explainer, because today we're looking at a literal masterclass in supply chain logistics. You know those massive, incredibly costly bottlenecks along East Africa's northern corridor? Well, we're going to look at how they're being solved, and not just in some fancy corporate boardroom, but right from the cab of an 18-wheeler. We're diving into the career of Khalid Ali Ahmed. He's a senior logistics and fleet specialist, and his portfolio basically acts as a blueprint for exactly what it takes to keep modern supply chains moving.
Right, so picture this. On one side, you've got frontline road operations. It's unpredictable, it's physical, basically highway chaos. And then on the completely opposite side, back office strategic oversight. It's clean, it's sterile, it's all spreadsheets and neat little route plans. Now, here's the kicker. That massive disconnect between those two completely different worlds, that's exactly where logistics systems fall apart. Khalid actually hits the nail on the head in his professional value proposition. He states most transport operations fail to bridge the critical gap between frontline road operations and back-office strategic oversight. And look, this isn't just a minor headache. This specific failure to communicate between the desk and the dashboard, it literally leads directly to devastating terminal delays, severe axle load penalties, and totally ruins communication with high-value clients. Let's move into Section 1, Mastery on the Front Lines. To actually bridge that gap, you've got to master the physical road first. Moving fast-moving consumer goods, FMCG cargo, out of the wildly congested port of Mombasa means you're dealing with just sheer scale. I mean, Khalid isn't just steering a truck here. He's practically managing a rolling industrial plant. We are talking Sinotruk Howo multi-gear configurations, massive heavy-duty prime movers, highly complex pneumatic trailer systems, and multi-axle articulated trailers. Operating this kind of hardware takes immense technical skill and mechanical sympathy. It is way, way beyond basic driving. And that mechanical sympathy? It ties directly into hardcore structural engineering, specifically something called resisting bending moment, or RBM for short. Basically, this is the internal force a truck chassis absolutely has to exert so it doesn't just snap under a massive load. Khalid's rigorous awareness of RBM during cargo placement is honestly like a superpower. By expertly distributing maximum loads, he completely eliminates chassis fatigue. He's preventing catastrophic transport failures before he even turns the key in the ignition. Then you put all that technical skill to the ultimate test in the real world. Just imagine the intense, high-pressure maneuvering you have to do in the crowded terminal bays at the port of Mombasa. You need high-precision, systematic trailer reversing and decoupled positioning, all while navigating these incredibly dense, high-congestion port environments. I mean, if you've ever broken a sweat trying to parallel park a tiny sedan, just imagine doing it with a massive, multi-axle articulated trailer. It is serious hands-on grit mixed with total spatial mastery. 100%. Just let that number sink in for a second. 100%. Over his 6-year driving tenure, mostly with Shiv Shakti carriers partnering with Kappa oil refineries, Khalid maintained a 100% error-free delivery and zero lost transit record. Zero spills, zero losses, absolutely zero discrepancies with highly delicate cargo like liquid oils and packaged soaps. Unbelievable. All right, Section 2, Leadership Born in Sanitation. So you might be wondering, how exactly does a heavy commercial driver understand back-office corporate strategy so well? Well, surprisingly, the answer isn't actually in logistics, it's in sanitation. When we look at his career trajectory, it's a rapid upward climb. In 2018, he starts out as a junior cleaner at Nemchem Cleaning and Sanitation. By 2020, he starts his heavy commercial driving. But because he had this incredible structural discipline and organizational skill, he scores an accelerated promotion by 2022 to sanitation team supervisor. Managing industrial cleaning teams in these really demanding corporate environments is exactly where he built his foundation in operational oversight. We're talking enforcing strict safety protocols, running compliance audits, doing SOP training, and completely optimizing shift scheduling and staff distribution. And maybe most importantly, he learned exactly how to lower operating overhead using strict inventory controls. That is where his intense budget consciousness really took shape. Plus, you can't be a genuinely effective supervisor without elite communication skills. And Khalid's cross-cultural fluency is off the charts. He speaks technical English, native Swahili, and key Mijikenda dialects like Kigiriama and Jaruma. This fluency is absolutely crucial. It lets him effortlessly manage relationships across the entire spectrum. So one minute he's talking to local field crews, and the next he's negotiating with corporate insurance executives or port authorities without skipping a single beat. Moving right along to Section 3, solving the Northern Corridor. Okay, let's pivot away from the hands-on stuff for a second and look at his high-level standard operating procedures for that massive Mombasa-Nairobi road. Khalid laid out this brilliant three-pillar strategy to mitigate delays, keep operations highly secure, and run everything perfectly efficiently. Let's break these 3 steps down one by one.
First up, digital pre-clearance. Here's the thing. A single mismatched letter on a bill of lading or one unverified customs declaration will stop cargo completely dead in its tracks at the port gates. And that leads directly to devastating demurrage storage fees. So operational excellence means you have to digitally cross-check every single cargo document, line by line, days before a vehicle ever even arrives at the terminal berth. No exceptions. Pillar 2, strict axle load optimization. This one solves a massive headache at critical weighbridge hubs like Mariokani and Athi River. The trap a lot of people fall into here is that even if a vehicle's total gross weight is 100% legal, uneven distribution across the specific axles creates grounds for incredibly expensive vehicle detention. His fix? Use standardized load placement patterns and yard-based load scales before dispatch. This ensures absolutely zero downtime on the highway. And the third pillar is all about borders. Regional choke points like Malaba can just destroy supply chain consistency. But by perfectly integrating with RECTS, which is the Regional Electronic Cargo Tracking System, active telemetry makes sure electronic container seals stay validated. This is a real game changer because it allows the truck to seamlessly bypass physical inspection lanes. You are literally trimming days off cross-border transit times. Which brings us to Section 4, AI on the highway. Honestly, this might be the most surprising part of Khalid's toolkit in our explainer today. He wasn't just driving, he was actively pioneering digital innovation in logistics. He used automated route planning tools to bypass transit bottlenecks and save fuel. But even wilder, he actually used AI tools to run hyper-local digital advertisements targeting retailers and distributors right along his transit routes. Seriously, he utilized AI predictive profiling to analyze buyer preferences while actively on the move. That allowed him to deliver tailored, highly convincing sales pitches that converted ice-cold leads into loyal accounts. He was actively expanding Kappa Oil Refinery's customer base directly from the road. Talk about a multitasker. He literally transformed the role of a driver into a mobile sales and logistics hub. So all of this leaves us with a pretty provocative final question. Khalid Ali Ahmed's career proves that the absolute best solution to logistics bottlenecks isn't just buying better back-office software, and it isn't just buying a stronger truck for the front line. It's the professional who fluently speaks both languages. So in a world that is rushing headfirst toward automated logistics, is a highly skilled, tech-integrated human element actually your strongest link? It is a fascinating question, for sure, and definitely something to chew on the next time you see an 18-wheeler rolling down the highway. Thanks so much for joining this explainer.